Hi, today we will learn about variations and we will also learn how two related terms behave if one is changed, right? So let's take two terms. One is the salary of your dad. So salary, and let's take number of days he has worked. So working days, right? And now let's think about how the salary varies depending on the number of working days. So if your dad has worked for more days, he will get more salary. So the salary varies directly as number of working days. So we call it salary is proportional to the number of working days, right? It's very logical. The more number of days he works, he'll get more salary. The less number of days he works, he'll get less salary. So, the salary is called directly proportional to the number of working days, or it is also called the salary varies directly as the number of working days, right? So, it actually means the salary can be calculated as some constant times working days. In this particular case, this k constant will be the salary of one day. So if your dad works for one day, he'll get the salary of one day. And if your dad works for 5 days, he'll get the salary of 5 days. That will be the salary of one day, that is the constant in this case, multiplied by 5, that is the number of working days. So here, as we can see, the salary and the working days varies directly. This can also be understood as, first way to relate to this is, if a person wants more salary, he has to work for more days, right? Or if a person works for more days, he will get more salary, right? So both these values or both these terms are interdependent. In this particular case, the variation is direct. So this is called direct variation, where both the quantities vary in the same fashion. This is direct variation, right? Here, if a person works for more days, he gets more salary, and if he works for less days, he'll get less salary. So this is one example of direct variation. Direct variation means both the quantities are directly related. If one increases, other also increases, and if one decreases, other one will also get decreased, right? So now let's understand one more type of variation, which is called indirect variation. Again, let's talk about your dad's salary. And number of ops he has taken. In this case, if your dad takes more number of ops, he will get less salary. But if he takes less number of ops, he will get more salary. So in this case, if a person wants more salary, he has to take less number of ops, right? And if you want less salary, right, which will not be the case, he has to take more ops. Or this can be understood as, if a person takes more ops, if his number of ops gets increased, his salary will decrease, right? So in this case, in this particular case, the salary is inversely proportional to the number of ops, right? This is called inversely proportional. Salary will increase if number of ops are less, if this denominator is less. We know in any fraction, if the denominator is less, this is the denominator. So if denominator is less, keeping the numerator same, the overall value of the fraction gets increased. So in this case, if number of offs is less, the salary will get increased, right? And if number of offs is more, the overall value of this fraction on the right hand side will get decreased and the salary will also get decreased, right? So the offs actually affects the salary inversely, right? So this is called inversely proportional. So in this case, the salary is inversely proportional to the number of offs. So in this case, the salary can be calculated as K by number of offs, where this K is a constant. This K is definitely a different constant than the constant which we have referred earlier in the case of direct variation. So this K is different. To remove this proportional sign, we put a K, that is a constant. This is a constant value. And these two are variables. Salary and number of offs are variables. Salary depends on the number of offs, but inversely, more number of offs, person will get less salary. Less number of offs, he'll get more salary. So the salary is inversely proportional to the number of offs, right? So to remove this proportional sign, this is called the proportional sign, we replace it by an equal to sign and multiply the right hand side of the equation by K. So this particular case where two values are inversely proportional, this is called inverse variation. So this is the example of inverse variation, right? Now what we will do, we will take a few examples of both the types of the variations in the next few videos. We will strengthen our concept of variations and also learn how to solve the problems.